here's the thing about having haters. you gotta have something that haters want.
Right?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Ain't nobody hating on the Jets, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Brockman told me to say that.
Come on. You said that.
He agrees with you, though.
He agrees. 1,000% agrees. You gotta have like, oh, ain't nobody hating on y'all, bro. Ain't nobody.
House money.
Fireman, we ain't hating on fireman. Best thing about y'all is your human mascot. Pretty much right now. I'm just saying. MESS, mess, every single year.
Just end the season.
Oh my God!
Wow.
That's the thing about haters, man. You gotta have something like a hater ain't never.
Mike said you gotta have.
You gotta have something that a hater want, bro. I'm serious. If you're a hater, you're either somebody that's on top, that's concerned about somebody coming up, and you're trying to keep them down because you might be intimidated by them in a sense, or you might be threatened by them. Or you're somebody who wants what somebody else has, and you're trying to bring them down. Neither one applies to the Jets right now. I'm sorry. But what my man Sean Payton said yesterday, or the quotes in Jared Bell's article in USA Today, was incredible. Talking about the culture, the environment that the Broncos had last season, and believing in Russell Wilson, his quarterback, and calling out Nathaniel Hackett, the former coach, who's now the offensive coordinator for the New York Jets, which makes the Week 5 matchup very, very tasty. Nobody was talking about the Jets and the Broncos matchup before yesterday. People are talking about it right now. So here's the thing about this. I love Sean Payton. Sean Payton used to work with us over at Fox. Sean Payton, true story, we was the NFC Championship game. I was working at Fox. I was doing backup just in case some things go down sometimes. That's my role over there, backup. So just in case things went down on site, I was going to be in studio just they had to toss back the studio, and Sean Payton was going to be my analyst. So we were watching the NFC Championship game together, and he goes back into the green room, back and forth, whatever. He's talking to the Broncos at that time to get that job. And around that time is when he got the job or whatever. So he comes out, and we're talking about, we knew he was leaving. He kind of knew he's leaving. And he was talking about the culture, how he was going to clean up things, how with Russell Wilson, he saw, the individualism in a sense and how things, and he said, he basically said there's going to be a new sheriff in town. And he's come out and he said that. If we're going to be a team, it's not going to be about one person. A lot of that outside distraction stuff, you're not going to see that anymore. Sean Payton is going to clean things up in Denver. And what Sean Payton did yesterday, Sean Payton basically said it's an us against them mentality. You never hear a coach say that about another coach. I've never heard that.
Never.
Where somebody downright disrespectful said basically this dude was horrible as a head coach.
Sucked.
Horrible. Can't get the plays in on offense or defense. That's not a Russell Wilson problem. That's not a defense problem. That is a coaching problem. And I've never heard a coach talk about another coach like that before, and Sean Payton did. But Sean Payton has earned the right to do that. Sean Payton has gone and won the Super Bowl. What was the New Orleans Saints before Sean Payton?
Nothing. Bags on their heads.
Bags on their head. Sean Payton had 3 or 4 losing seasons. And remember, 3 of those seasons came in the midst of the whole Bounty Gate situation. Being
out for a year.
Whatnot. Now, of course, it helps to have a guy like Drew Brees as your quarterback.
It don't hurt.
Yeah, doesn't hurt. But, hey, Bill Belichick had the greatest quarterback of all time. And he gets credit. Sean Payton deserves a lot of the credit. So going into there with the Denver Broncos, he's going to go in there to clean up that culture. Russell Wilson didn't just become a scrub, y'all. This is what I hate about us in the media sometimes. We are a what have you done for me lately type of society. We are prisoners of the moment. We will see somebody and put them up on the highest pedestal possible, but we can't wait to snatch them down. Yeah. One bad season. On the other side, you can have one great season, all of a sudden you're the greatest thing that ever lived top 5, or Hall of Fame potential, or he won the Super Bowl or whatever. Come on, man. I like consistency. And one bad season doesn't tell me that Russell Wilson is washed. Russell Wilson came in, new system. He came in, new team, big contract. They gave up a lot for him. We saw some of the antics on the sideline from some of his teammates, whatever. And I think sometimes we make a big deal out of that because when things are going wrong with a football team, we look for it. Mm-hmm. And we overanalyze and we put spotlights on it. It happens all the time on every NFL sideline. Where wide receivers going to look at this quarterback crazy. Look at what's happening with Stephon Diggs now and Josh Allen in the offseason. And they're winning. It happens. Russell Wilson's not a bad quarterback. Russell Wilson's got a bad wife. Bad. And when I say bad, I mean good.
Not bad meaning bad, bad meaning good.
Bad meaning good, Sierra. He takes care of his kids. He's a good guy, and he's going to be ready. He's going to be motivated. And I'm going to tell you why the Denver Broncos, in my opinion, they won't win the NFC West. Another bold prediction. Why the Denver Broncos are going to go to the playoffs this year. And Herbert just got the contract. LA Chargers. They're going to finish second in the NFC West this year. Ooh. Denver Broncos going to finish second in the NFC West. I'm going to tell you why here. Broncos lost 9 of their 12 games by 1 score or less last year. 1 score or less. One of those games was in overtime. Yeah. 4 of those games was by 4 points or less. 4 of those games, they lost 4 by less than 3 points, I should say. 4 of those games. They won 5 games last year. So you're talking about 9 or 12 games that they lost by 1 score or less. You mean to tell me that with the right coaching staff, that Sean Payton over Nathaniel Hackett, he ain't worth at least 10, 12 more points? They scored, 16 points a game last year?
It was so bad.
As an NFL team?
It was so bad.
With Russell Wilson as your quarterback?
Yeah.
Sean Payton's going to go in there and turn things around. The Broncos' defense was solid. It's going to be solid again this year. They ain't lose that much. So not much has changed except the coaching staff. And Sean Payton is going in there cleaning up the culture. Once again, it's us against them. And what he had to do is he inherited that, and he came in, and he looked around like, man, this is a mess.
Yeah.
What the hell? The Walton family give me all this money. They're coming. I'm back off the sidelines. I'm not at Fox anymore. I'm back on the sidelines. I'm a future Hall of Famer. I'm coming in here to take this team back to the Super Bowl. And he said one thing he said in the article that he said it'd be a disappointment if they don't go to the playoffs this year. Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. Clean up that mindset. Back up your quarterback who you gave up a lot for, and you're giving big money to, who's still very good in this league. Still, in my opinion, Russell Wilson's still a top 10 quarterback in his league because of what he can do. He, once again, didn't just become a scrub. And people, it got magnetized because Geno Smith went to Seattle and had a breakout season and came back or whatever, and then Russell faltered in Denver because of the team and the coach around him. But you mean to tell me Sean Payton can't make up those 10 or 12 points a game that they were lacking last year? I say nah. So here's what happens. It's almost like you ever had this situation where you go into a situation, right? You're excited about it. You meet the girl of your dreams, right? And she's hurt because of the last person that was with her, right? She's healing. The last boyfriend she had. And then you go in there and I'm like, man, she's damaged. And the same thing for guys too. Women can come in, the guy could be me. You get damaged, man. It happens in relationships. And so it makes it tougher for the next person who comes in.
Oh, yeah.
And then so Sean Payton's coming into this next relationship like, man, he really hurt you. Oh my gosh. You need to, man, look, he's terrible. So this is why he's lashing out at Nathaniel Hackett, because he came in and Nathaniel Hackett, obviously, and it wasn't just Nathaniel Hackett, because he called out basically the front office, called out everybody that was around. And he did that, but he's earned the right to do that. And this is the reason why, once again, another bold statement, Denver Broncos going to make the playoffs, finish second in the NFC West, and Russell Wilson is going to be motivated.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.